Imagine that you wake up in a new world that is completely different from your real world. To fantasy, suspenseful events, and exciting characters in the world of Isekai. This anime takes you on an exciting journey to different worlds, including exciting and complex stories and different characters that immerse you in the story and live it in every detail. It is a unique experience, where you can admire the fine details. If you like to explore new worlds full of adventures, interesting events, and cool characters, then you have chosen the right video to watch Top 10 Isekai Anime. If you are an anime fan, here is a list of the top 10 Isekai anime. Follow me on the channel, and like and subscribe so that the video reaches all anime lovers. Number 10 is Arifureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest. In the beginning, we are introduced to the protagonist of the story, Hajime Nagumo, who is 17 years old. He is an ordinary high school student, but one day, he and his classmates are summoned to another fantasy world known as Tortoise. They are called to this world to become heroes and save humanity from all kinds of monsters and evil creatures. In this new world, Hajime and his comrades learn that they have obtained special and unique powers. However, Hajime's power does not appear to be particularly strong. It only has transistor capability, which is the ability to improve other people's equipment. While training and learning to use their new abilities, Hajime finds himself facing off against a powerful monster due to a classmate's mistake. He ends up falling into the depths of the dark and dangerous labyrinth, where he faces many challenges and dangers. In the labyrinth, Hajime is able to kill monsters and eat their flesh, which gives him new powers. He becomes stronger as he kills more monsters, and his appearance and personality change as a result. Hajime finds the girl Yui, the survivor of the doomed tribe, who has the power of magic and is a vampire. She loves Hajime for saving her, and becomes Hajime's partner in his adventure. Together, they work together to survive and escape the maze and get back to their classmates. Number 9 is Deathmarch to the Parallel World Rhapsody. Ichiro Suzuki is a 29-year-old programmer who suddenly finds himself in another world after waking up in the woods after a short nap at work. Sato is surprised to discover that he is in a parallel universe similar to the video games he has been working on, and that he has superhuman abilities and a to-do list similar to those in the games. Sato sets out on an adventure to explore this parallel world and search for a way to return to his original world. During his journey, he encounters many monsters and uses his new power to defeat them, causing him to level up and become much stronger. In one of the clashes, Sato meets a girl named Pukialaka and is rescued by slave hordes. Sato forms a team with the friends he meets on his journey, and develops strong friendships with them, which makes him wonder whether or not he really wants to go back to his old world. Number 8 is Wise Man's Grandchild. One day, a young man from our world died in a car accident, and suddenly he found himself reborn in a new world named Shane, who belonged to a prestigious family called Merlin Walford. Shin lived with his grandfather Merlin, a powerful and wise wizard, where he taught Shin everything he knew about magic, combat, and general knowledge about this world, but he ignored his teaching. Over time, Shin became a powerful wizard with amazing skills that far exceeded Merlin's expectations. But Shin discovers that he lacks social communication and interaction skills due to his lonely upbringing. When Shin turns 15, Merlin decides to send him to the Magic Academy to learn how to communicate with others and live in society. There, Shin met new friends and began his journey in this new world with adventures and challenges awaiting him ahead. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's go to number 7. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. The story revolves around Takuma Sakamoto, a professional player in the MMORPG game Cross Reverie, where he is considered one of the strongest players and possesses an indescribable presence. The story takes an unexpected turn when Takuma is summoned to a world similar to the game in the form of his virtual character Diablo, the Demon Lord. Takuma discovers that he has been summoned by two girls, Shara L. Greenwood and Rem Galoo, who cast a summoning spell to control him and exploit his power. Things turn around for the girls when the domination spell fails to affect Diablo due to his immense power and unique ability. Determined to help them find a way to cancel the summoning spell and return him to his original world, Diablo sets out on an adventure full of action and comedy in the world of Cross Reverie. The group is attacked by a group of soldiers who accuse Rem of a crime she did not commit. Diablo easily defeats the soldiers, showcasing his brilliance and immense power in front of everyone. Let's talk about number 6. Konosuba, God's blessing on this wonderful world. The story begins with a young man named Kazuma Sato who dies in a sad and humorous way while trying to save a girl from a terrible accident. While the nurses and doctors at the hospital make fun of his comical death, even his family doesn't take it seriously. In the afterlife, Kazuma meets the god of the universe Aqua, who suggests that he reincarnate into a new world. Aqua explains to Kazuma about the new world and tells him that he can choose any skill or weapon to start his new life. However, instead of choosing a powerful weapon or rare skill, Kazuma decided to choose Aqua herself, who mocked him for his comical death. To return to their world, Kazuma and Aqua must defeat the Demon King in a world full of adventures. The story follows the adventures of the sorcerer Kazuma and the goddess Aqua, along with their new team members Megumin, an explosion-obsessed witch, and Darkness, a teenage warrior. In 5th place is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. We are introduced to the main character, Satoru Mikami, who is unhappy because he was 37 years old and did not have a life partner at that time. He lives an ordinary life in Japan. One day, during a meeting with his friend, Satoru is accidentally stabbed by a passing man. A strange feeling overwhelms him when he dies, and he suddenly finds himself in another world as an alien being. Slime type. In this new world, Satoru discovers that he has gained new and unique abilities thanks to the great voice which he later calls Stamina. These abilities allow him to absorb physiques and skills from other creatures that he swallows. With Fumi's help, he begins to explore the area around them, getting to know some of the key characters in the new world, such as Yuri, while creating a new slime society and developing his and the new community's own abilities. While exploring this new world, Satoru meets a giant dragon named Voldor Tempest, who has been trapped inside a powerful barrier due to a curse. The two quickly become friends, and Satoru decides to help Voldora break the curse with the help of his new powers. Forming an alliance between Satoru and Voldora, they promise to help each other on their shared journey in this strange and adventurous world. In 4th place and one of my favorite anime is The Rising of the Shield Hero. Hero Naofumi Iwatani is summoned to another world along with 3 other young men to become the heroes of this world, in order to save it from the devastating waves of attacks that appear every now and then. Items are assigned to each hero, which is where Naofumi gets the hero's shield. The story begins with Naofumi learning about the new world and the laws that govern it. He gets to know the other 2 heroes, the hero with the sword and the hero with the bow, and the hero with a spear. However, he discovers that because he possesses the hero's armor, he is considered the weakest of them and does not have the respect that the other 2 have. While wandering in the new world, he meets a girl named Malty, whom he saves from an accident. They decide to work together and become a strong team. But after a short while, Malty fabricates a charge of theft and treason to Naofumi, which results in him losing his reputation and making everyone look down on him, and he becomes an outcast. He decided to prove his innocence and restore his reputation. He begins his journey by training and learning how to better use his shield. vowing to work alone to become a hero worthy of respect and save the world from the oncoming waves. He faces great hardships, but he insists on continuing and succeeding in his mission as the Shield Champion. If you like action and drama, in third place is the anime ReZero, starting life in another world. The discussion revolves around a young man named Subaru who suddenly finds himself sent to another world after he stops working at a convenience store and goes out for some snacks. In this new world, Subaru is attacked by a group of people who try to harm him, but he is saved by a girl named Amelia. Later, dark and unexpected events unfold in this new world, as Subaru and Amelia are fatally attacked by a mysterious killer. Subaru discovers that he possesses a strange ability called Return from the Dead, which allows him to travel back to a certain point in time after his death. He uses this ability to avoid past mistakes and tries to change his and Amelia's fate in the new world they live in. Subaru tries to protect Amelia and find the mysterious killer using his new ability. During his investigations, Subaru befriends a young girl named Felt and later discovers that she is related to the missing object that Amelia is searching for. Subaru faces many challenges and dangers in his new adventure as he tries to protect his friends and find his way in this mysterious world. He has to deal with many hardships and problems on his long journey back home. In second place is Overlord. Overlord is the title of the professional gamer who won the famous MMORPG. Momonga spends his nights playing the game, but suddenly finds himself trapped in this world after losing touch with the real world. He finds himself replaced by a character in the game by the name of Momonga. In a fictional video game universe called Yggdrasil after the game is officially closed. The world becomes a parallel universe where players and characters become sentient beings. Momonga has become the ruler of the Great Tomb of Nazarick and controls an army of undead creatures, demons, and other monsters. As the countdown to closing Yggdrasil ends, Momonga discovers he can't log out of the game. Notice that the game has changed abnormally and all the other members are gone. Momonga decides to explore this new world on his own and search for any other players that may be present in this world. Main characters such as the servant Albedo, the monster Mary, and the siblings Halo and Mary become sentient beings as well. Momonga decides to reorganize his forces and explore this new world to uncover its secrets and find a way to return to the real world. He orders all the main characters to gather at the tomb and changes his name from Momonga to Ainzulgong. Ainz's strength lies in his supernatural powers and exceptional skills, which possess immense magical capabilities. He begins his adventure in this new and mysterious world. In fifth place is Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. We are introduced to Rodius Gradrent, who in his previous life was a man without a job and an outcast, who was bullied by everyone in society. After being involved in a fatal car accident, he is reborn in a new fantasy world as a little boy and given the name Rodius. In this new world, Rodius remembers his previous life and how he died while trying to save someone from being run over. Upon waking up, he finds himself in the body of an infant and learns about his new family, his father Paul Greaterot, his mother Zenith Greaterot, and the family maid, Lilia. Rodius discovers that this world is full of magic, and realizes that he has magical abilities and begins to learn them from his mother, Zenith, who has limited magical abilities. With the passage of time, Rodius begins to develop his magical abilities, and his family decides to find a teacher for him to teach him magic to become more powerful. Rodius begins a new life in this imaginary world and develops rapidly, and sees in this opportunity his last chance to improve his life and change his destiny. In my opinion, anime is distinguished by its interesting story, as the characters are well developed and in a way that makes you interact with each character. The anime is also characterized by narrative and philosophical maturity and deals with topics such as life and death, love, and friendship. And here we come to the end of the top 10 Isekai anime. I hope you will find something you like in the video. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, do not forget to subscribe, like, and activate the bell so that the video reaches all anime fans. Any ideas you want to see, write to me in the comments, and it will be published in the next videos.
We'll be right back.